Jen from Fabulous Paper Emporium, and welcome to my channel. We have a very, very exciting guest today, and that is the Spellbinders BetterPress, which is brand new, and we are so excited to have it. I have one set here, which also, so this is the LetterPress, the BetterPress LetterPress system. Say that 5 times fast. I also have brought in some of the inks to be used with the system, as well as 2 of the die, and I guess it would be helpful if I put it the right way, the inking plates as well as the die set. So that comes in 2, there's 2 here. This one is called Handmade for You. So there are 7 different plates, and there's 3 dies that will cut out either the scissors, the hands with the rose, or the little hummingbird. And then there's a few sayings there, obviously. And then on this one, there's just a series of butterflies. That's why I had it upside down, because I was probably looking at the plates. Anyhow, so I figured today I will go through this. So I did announce that we are having a giveaway to celebrate and to commemorate our, 1,000th subscriber, which we have definitely surpassed now. Oh, and I forgot, we also brought in some of this wonderful cotton card. So, which is something that will, it's not the only thing that you can use with this system. However, they do recommend it highly. So we're going to give it a go today. So with this system, so you get the platform, you get some shims. If I flip it around, you'll be able to see. So there's the platform, there's a magnetic insert, there are 3 shims, there are a BetterPress plate, there's an ink pad, there's a couple of cotton card panels that come in the box, in the set. You know what? Let's just open it. Let's open it and get going, because this is, I brought in 2 of everything that you see, and the reason for it is because I thought I'd put together a package for the giveaway. However, if you are not wanting this, if you happen to win, or you're thinking about entering for the giveaway, then if this is not something that interests you at all, then by all means, we can absolutely do store credit. So we've got some of their tape. We have the little tiny ink pads here. So they're not quite the mini ones, which I think are probably about like that. These are kind of a nice size. And the ink that's used in this is kind of like, it's not quite archival, but archival's probably the best resemblance to this type of ink. So you don't want something to get all gummy like on your plate. Of course, I'm trying to open this and I have no fingernails right now, so I guess it would be helpful if I actually use some scissors. So it comes with black, and then the other colors that I have brought in this series are Bark, Mulberry, Cosmic Sky, and of course the black. So I feel like you can never have too much black in your life. Okay, so, and then the system, not gonna need scissors, I don't think, to open this. The actual plate probably just would have been easier if I had used scissors. So this is the system that I can't release. There we go. So in here we have just the cardboard to keep it nice, safe, and secure. You have these shims. There's 3 of them. I just can't separate the last two. There we go. So these shims obviously are going to give you, help give you the very best imprint of this plate. This is actually the first time I've kind of played around with it. I have done a couple of tutorials. So right here, you saw I was trying to picking it up here and it wasn't working. There's a little a little indent. Your plate, your shims actually go underneath this plate. This plate is magnetized. I had to make sure I said that word properly. This is beautiful plate that actually comes with it. So even if we didn't have the extras, you could still start playing right away because it basically comes with everything. They have thought of everything. This is a Spellbinders product, and this can be used with a number of different die cut machines. This is something to be used in conjunction with either the Platinum, Platinum 6, Big Shot, to name a few. Those are the ones that are listed on the outside of the box. The other ones I really can't remember. So it may resemble a little bit a glimmer plate, but it is not the same at all. So this will, this platform is magnetized. So, which really helps in the placement. You have this beautiful grid, so you can tell if your picture or your plate is centered, which is super, super handy. And then you have the A2 size, which these are, and the same thing with what we brought in. So these are 118-pound cotton cardstock. So that is preferred. My understanding is that it does work on other things, but the idea of having the BetterPress LetterPress system is that it really gives you that like a bit of an imprinted, like an embossed almost look, feel to it. And we'll see that hopefully as soon as I can get this package open. There we go. So there's 3 colors that you have gotten in your, as far as the cardstock. There is give me 1 second, let me get the colors right. There's porcelain, bisque, and pebble. Say that 5 times fast. So the cardstock, got this stuff stuck to me. So the cardstock that I have separate is porcelain, which is the bottom one. And then bisque is slightly creamy in color, and the pebble is gray. And so I'm going to try one of the porcelain cards. So as you can see here, it's an A2 card size. And if you are wanting that exact measurement, that would be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it makes a really nice front panel to your card. And then we have 2 little sayings. So I'm just going to use this one for right now. Make sure that I have that all straight. I should make sure that I take the film off here. And so this is your, as soon as I can get it right, there we go. So this is intended to sit, and this is magnetized and it's pretty solid. So this is intended to sit right on top. And if you notice, they kind of bounce around a little bit. That's because when they go through the machine, that's when it's going to be pressed down. You don't want to press down on it before that, and that way you have possibly like double touching the cardstock. So when it's on with your plate already set up, it's all ready to go, I'm going to come in with my ink And I may get some on my platform. The platforms that we saw in demonstrations were, believe me, were a little bit, you know, they had ink marks on it. So I'm kind of doing like a pounce and like swish just to try to get all of the wonderful detail. And there is a lot of detail, a lot of really super fine detail on these that I don't think you would ever get with like a stamp. So it's just going to add that extra bit to your projects, your cards. Okay. I think I've got it all. See, I'm already getting it on. But if you use a bit of stamp cleaner, that's my understanding, will take care of, you know, the mess that I've created on the platform. Okay, so I have my wonderful Spellbinders. So I'm going to put that on there. I am going to snap that on. And this just goes in as it is. You don't need anything more. So I've got my Spellbinders Platinum 6 here. So I'm just going to go run it through. This is so exciting. There really doesn't feel, even though you have those shims in there, it really doesn't feel like you've got a ton. Like, it's not at all difficult to push it through whatsoever. So now that that's gone through, I am going to peel that off. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am just, it's actually like static. It has, but if you can see, I'm going to stand up. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it is like all that detail, all that fabulous, fabulous detail. And it actually, you can't see it from the back side. Like, there is no embossing in the back side, but it is just, it's like one with the cardstock. If there's a way for me to explain it, that would probably be it. It's so beautiful. Anyhow, okay, so now if you wanted to color it in, you could certainly color it in. And for this particular plate, we don't have a die. It came with the system. I'm not sure what the other, there was one other saying, oh, they're both the same. To my favorite person. Okay, very cool. All right. Oh, you know what? I actually chose the right one. I chose the one where favorite is spelled correctly, if you're Canadian. The other one is favorite without the U, for our American friends. So in case you thought that this was incorrect, the other one is favorite, Favorite. Okay, so anyhow, I just wanted to pop on really quickly, show you how this works. I'm probably going to play around a little bit because I really want to use the other ones that we brought in with the pretty butterflies and this handmade one. So I am probably going to get to playing around with this, and I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. And I've been playing around a little bit more. So This is the final result of the card that we did together. So I have alcohol inks, and that's pretty much it. So a couple of things with the alcohol inks. With this cotton cardstock, it does kind of, there's a little bit of bleeding that happens if you are not super, super careful. So there was some bleeding that happened, and I knew that this was going to happen. So, you know, the times that I've done the, not training, but little, you know, Zoom calls, I guess, with spellbinders to show stores or vendors like myself how the BetterPress LetterPress system works. They did make a note that the alcohol inks are not necessarily the best ones to use, but since those were the only ones I had, I figured I'd give it a try. I can honestly say I don't dislike the end result. There's a couple of areas where I know I could have done better, but that's the final result. And like I was saying, if you kind of go over, if you touch it, there is definitely, it leaves an impression. So I'm like super, super thrilled with that. So that was the one that we had done. I also used my butterflies, which I still have on the BetterPress plate, the magnetic plate. I'm going to remove that because I did realize I actually used it. So I did two things here. I haven't finished this card. So I've got all of these butterflies that I put through on one sheet and then die cut. And then I went through with another sheet. So I'm going to have just the black and white copies underneath. I'm going to pop these up and give them some dimension, kind of like I did with this guy. And so those are going to go up on some little foam squares or dots or whatever shape they are. The only thing I forgot to do is I forgot to put a sentiment, which is not the end of the world because this sentiment also comes with a die, which I'm not going to be able to peel off with one hand. So that's the die. And it says, "So happy for you." So I think I'm going to use this. And here is something that I didn't necessarily show the correct way to put this through. There was just a little misstep on my part, and my apologies because this is the first time I've actually used it. So in order now for me to kind of get this in position, I am going to kind of just stick it like that and then do my best to put this down. I'm not going to be super upset if it's not really, at least this way it gives me some kind of idea as to where that needs to be. So when you are getting your paper, your cardstock ready, you don't want to put it on here. You actually want to tape it to the BetterPress, the top panel. And this way it keeps it from actually hitting the inked up image or sentiment or whatever it is that you're using. So just something to note, that is why they've given you this lovely roll of tape. You can use the, what's it called? Now I can't remember. The Post-it note tape. I have some on my desk, but my desk is an absolute disaster right now. But this is also why they have the same kind of guide marks. I don't want to put it there because, oh, come on. There we go. Just put a little bit top and bottom. And that way, when I go to line this up, it's staying just above the inked up image. You can put them on. These magnets are no joke, I'm going to tell you, which is great. Great, 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 great. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up. I'm going to tell you, it doesn't look like there's ink, but there is. I was not really sure that I had done a great job inking up the image the first time we went through with the this floral. I didn't think I had it inked up all that well. Boy, was I wrong. So happy that it turned out. Now I know for next time. I am so going to be playing with this, I think, all weekend. Well, save for the times that I probably have to spend. I don't have to spend. I don't want to make it sound like that. Save for the times that I'm spending with my husband, because it is Father's Day weekend. So I did spend some time with him today. So, you know, did his favorite. So happy for you. Could have done a better job kind of lining that up. But anyways, not a bad turnout at all. So like I said, you can clean your platform and your, what are they called again? The plates. Sorry about that. And your plates, you can clean them with some stamp cleaner. So all I would do there is I wouldn't apply the stamp cleaner directly to here. I would apply it to a lint-free cloth and just kind of wipe it, and then you're good to go. You don't have to do that every single time. But as you use them, of course, the ink is going to start building up. And so if I was just making this one-off card, I probably would clean everything and then store it away for next time. So that is the BetterPress LetterPress system, and hopefully this maybe entices you to go over to that giveaway post and get your name in, because I certainly would love to be able to give this away to someone. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate if you're a subscriber. If you're not, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to our channel. And if you have any questions or comments, post them below. Excuse me, I'm having a bit of a allergy attack. So post them below. We do appreciate all the feedback, all the questions. It's always really, really great to see. Hopefully you have enjoyed this tutorial, this showing of new product, and are getting excited for this as well. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous rest of your day and stay safe and well. Bye.